All right, Travels with Dottie, and it is Thursday morning, the 14th of December, 2023, and I'm on the road with my buddy Daryl from camp, who is needed to pick up some packages, and he announced, the first thing on his agenda is food, so we're going to go to Times 3 for breakfast, and then we're going to pick up his packages, and we're going to see if the Quartzsite Museum is open. But first, we're going to go to the dumpsters here at La Posa South and get rid of some garbage. So you saw me do that yesterday, so you're sure as heck don't need to see me do that again. So I'm going to sign off here, and we'll rejoin you when we get into town. All right, here we are at the Times 3 Family Restaurant. Daryl's gonna get himself a giant breakfast. Thank you. And here we go. This is the omelet and home fries, and there's a pancake coming, and this is, what is it, Daryl?
Sausage, eggs, home fries, and that was a biscuit and gravy.
Oh, look at that. That's just one. And they asked him if he wanted two. And he said, I'm hungry, but I ain't that hungry.
Nope. Shocked me.
So, guys, they hadn't given me, you have a choice between toast and one pancake. And thank you. And I want to show you the one pancake. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put my hand by it, right? So that's gonna go in the to-go box, but look at that.
You want to put in some work on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put in some work on that, but not today. I'm already full with half the omelet here. And I gotta tell you, the omelet was primo good. So I'm not saying it was just good, it was really good. And I'm sure that pancake, which I'm not going to be able to eat today, is equally as good. 3 cheers for, what's the name of this place?
Times 3.
Times 3 Cafe, over by, I guess this is West Main, over by the Burger King and past the Pilot. Well, here we are, guys, at the museum, finally. So we're going to get a little video of it. Good morning. Hi.
Hey, you coming in?
Yeah, yeah.
When you do, just sign my book on my table there for me, please.
Okay, yep. And I'm going to do a YouTube video on it.
You sure can.
The Russ with RV TV, I met him and he said you should go do a video.
Well, I'm Wes the docent here.
Okay, Wes, nice to meet you.
I'll wear my cool hat later.
Okay. So we already met the docent, and he wanted us to sign a book. As soon as we've seen it, we'll sign it. Oh, there's the guest book right there. And we will sign it. Travels with Dottie. All right. So, which way should I go first? Into the office to meet this lady?
That would be the wife, the other docent.
That's the wife? The other docent.
That is Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. Do you mind being on YouTube, Maggie?
I don't mind at all.
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm Travels with Dottie. Let me give you a card.
Okay.
And Russ, you know Russ.
I met Russ.
I met Russ and he suggested that I come do a video. He said
great.
it's a great video. So, and I've been coming here for years and I've never been here.
Oh, good. We hear that often, so
Yeah.
we keep trying to bring more people in.
Well, hopefully the video will bring more people in. Okay.
But there's a lot of past stories that you can catch up on.
Okay.
Okay, so
All
that's
right.
all good too, guys.
So, this way?
Sure. Yep, head right on through, and I'll be right with you. You'll
Okay.
wash my hands.
Well, it looks cool enough right off the bat where I'm going to comply with this request for donations. And I've been looking for something to spend my hard-earned money on, so we'll do it.
As they say, the show must go on.
Yeah. So talk to us about all this wonderful stuff we're seeing.
Well, this is Tyson Well Station right here. This is, well, see, you're looking at the original walls, original ceiling and everything in here. Okay.
Like a stagecoach station?
Yeah, well, next door to the Oasis Hotel
Okay.
is where the stagecoach would come and pick people up and drop them off and
Okay.
whatnot. Okay. This station here, well, it's got a lot of history to it.
What year are we talking about that this structure was built?
I just would say between 1850 and 1860.
Okay.
This here was, it's a very, very old structure. Charles Tyson Wells, the one that dug the very first well across the street, which back in those days there was no street or nothing, of course. And he only had to dig down 40 feet to get the water,
Oh, wow.
which is not bad at all, yeah.
So the name Tyson Wells was about the wells that were successful in the area, or is
No,
that?
it was well. I should say
Tyson
'cause
well.
It was, yeah, it was one well. Charles Tyson's the gentleman that had dug it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he only went down 40 feet to get the water and whatnot. But this station was known as, oh God, guys would come here to get their water with empty wagons, fill their barrels full, you know, and deliver it to all the different miners and stuff around here and whatnot. And then you would have, the Army would even come here to get their water. Let's see, you had High Jolly out back here, him and his camels and whatnot, because a lot of people, they knew this place was, the water was really, really good. You know, and it was a place where people could come and feel safe. You know, there's a classroom in here where they taught the kids, as well as a small store, as well as post office.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of action, a lot of different things going on in here.
Is that the cactus cores in the roof?
That is, yes, that's all Sorrel cactus ribs and whatnot. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, they utilized everything out of the desert. You figure,
that.
yeah.
So what do we have here that's of particular interest? Everything's going to be interest, but
Oh yeah.
what are your
we
favorites?
We have one of mine is Joseph Kone over here. for
This guy
instance.
with the
Yes.
beard?
Yep, this is Joseph Kone.
And who was he?
He would be out here. Oh God, he was out here for a very long time and passed away in '71. But this is a stone cabin right here. He would that would be his second one that he would have made. Now, out back of there, he had a gas lathe where he would make all this stuff right here out of ironwood. All that was done out of ironwood right there. Yeah, bowls and candle holders, lamps, all kinds of good
wow.
stuff like that that Mr. Kone would make. Then as he got older, he would take up photography and stuff like that. That's why we have his camera and his pictures and stuff in there.
Oh, and those are his, that was his actual cameras, huh?
Yeah, those sure were. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That was Mr. Kone. There was a lady friend of his that actually did the painting of him up here as well. Yeah. Lots of good stuff on there.
What else do we have?
We have lots of good stuff. And then, of course, you have High Jolly down here. Okay. And we have lead camel bell. You hear that?
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
Mr. Philip Tedrow, which is a Greek who embraced Islam.
And he had a contract with High Jolly is just the sort of Anglicization of his actual name, but he had a contract with the U.S. Army because they were thinking, hey, we could use camels in the Army. So he was doing that, and it suddenly got cut off. But he remained in the area, right, as a businessman.
Right.
And there's a High Jolly monument that is here you can easily find in Quartzsite.
Oh, definitely, right down the street, right down off the main street, and you can turn right over there by the.
Is this him? Is that a picture of him?
That's a picture of him. Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen a picture of him.
Yeah, that's Mr. Philip Tedrow there.
There he is. Wow.
This blanket here belonged to his daughter Minnie. That was her blanket. And the gentleman up here was one and only son Fernando, fought in World War I for us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him, he would get gassed like a lot of guys did in World War I.
Look at that. This poster, legendary Ottoman camel driver High Jolly.
Yes. Yeah.
He was obviously loved in this town.
Definitely. I mean, you know the rest of the story because the camel would do way more than the horse or the donkey.
Right.
So you know what happened, why they had to disband them was because the camel's feet was used to the sand. They weren't used to this rocky terrain.
The rocky terrain. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why it failed.
So that was why they had to disperse all the camels. A lot of guys let them out loose in the desert. High Jolly kept a few back here and whatnot, but that was that sad part of the story, yes.
Yeah, because if they were able to adapt, we might be seeing camels around wild, but...
Right, and they had a second strike. They had the horses. They didn't get along with the horses either.
Oh, okay.
So they had 2 strikes against them.
Oh, wow, that's too bad.
You want to see one of our portholes in the museum here? This is an actual porthole where they would lay their longbow rifles out to shoot out.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so if their families out there in their wagons, saying, and they were in trouble and whatnot, guys would have these in different corners of the building back in the day, and they would shoot out until the families got in here safe. And once again,
very interesting.
Yeah. This is Judge Hagley over here. This is all his marrying records. George Hagley was known as a very, well, he was, I would say, very popular in his day. We have over 38,000 people on record that he had married right here in Quartzsite.
So this one is July 1947, and this one is July 1951.
Yeah. And you'll see his matchbook. These down here, what he would hand out to the bride and groom, and after they would.
Oh, wow!
Married, so then they would go off and word of advertisement back then, What I heard, he married people out of Hollywood, So a lot of different places out of California, but Hollywood as well. So he was a busy man marrying folks. And they say he was also born in this very building.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah. So a lot of history to Mr. Hagley for sure.
This looks like World War I military stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the helmet, that's World War I.
Yeah. Got all his medals and stuff down over there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Nice.
This is the Hagley family up here. Anton Hagley family. Now see, Anton was George's brother. They were brothers, the Hagley brothers.
Uh-huh.
And George, because George was the marrying judge. Anton was the one that owned the Hagley store. If you know the little building that's falling apart up here on Main Street.
We were just talking about that. I wanted to know what it was.
That used to be the Hagley General Store. That picture much bigger than what it is now because it was.
So they're working on it. What are they doing?
Right. Larry Lord's done and bought that up there. I guess they're going to preserve what they can up there and do an over-cover thing for it and preserve it so people can enjoy seeing it.
Oh, that's great. I didn't
Well, we can
expect
preserve it, yeah.
I didn't expect to get that
So
information.
he's doing some good work up there.
Yeah.
So it should be good. Oh. But you can see, I can show you a picture out here too. The folks, let me show you a picture out here real quick. Because really when people first come in, what I like to do is show them this picture here. The reason why I do that is because this used to be the kitchen here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Used to be the kitchen. Burnt down in 72, okay? These are the folks right here in 1972 that restored the kitchen and restored the outside walls. And I'll show you those in a second. Where they went with a wall within a wall. You know what I mean? So the museum's actually, when you're looking at the outside of the museum, you're not seeing the original wall. You're seeing a wall that was done in 72.
Okay, gotcha.
To help protect the museum. This is the only person alive today. This is Kay that's still with us today.
Kay, how old is Kay?
And Kay, hold on 1 second. Honey, how old is Kay? I would say
Is she in,
80s. I would say
is she
80s.
still in Quartzsite?
Yeah, she's still in Quartzsite, yes. Yeah, and she was telling me at the time this gentleman here was 100 years old. Yeah.
Now,
So they all were up there in age when they restored this too.
the way I met Russ was through Kim Scott. And I understand Kim said his family goes back a couple of generations
Oh yeah,
here.
Scott family is real big in Quartzsite.
Yeah, that's what I
big-
thought. I got real lucky that
There's a lot of Scots.
he was watching my channel and he liked it and he
yeah,
said, "Do you want to
good.
meet Russ?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to meet Russ."
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So I kind of feel like part of things now that I've met him and I've met
Good,
Russ.
good. And what was your name, brother?
Rob
okay.
Wakely. It's Travels with Dottie.
You leave me a card too.
I left one with your wife.
Cool, cool. Nice, Rob. Well, I want you guys to enjoy it. This is what the wife goes by here. She does a story out of everybody out of the museum. You know, she's done past stories of the female wasp that were trained out here, say at Buck Connors Airfield, to you name it. So
All right, I'll have that on the screen
got
for
a lot
sure.
of good stuff there, and this is sort of a schedule here. What's going on here, season-wise coming up too. So if you want to grab one of those, you can.
And I'll put that.
Okay.
I'll get that
Very
on.
good.
So I learned something interesting already.
You did. What'd you learn?
They found an octopus in the water well out there.
What?
Yeah, like
Very
1903.
interesting story. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
true.
very interesting story. Yes.
Yeah. What is
Yep.
that about?
They did. We don't know if it was planted there or what, but it was found.
Isn't
there,
it a saltwater creature?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, octopus. Yep.
And when did they find this?
I think it was 1903, you said?
No kidding. Where did you find that?
1939.
Yeah, in the 30s. Yeah.
To everyone's amazement, an octopus was discovered in the Fred V. Kuhn well in Quartzsite.
Crazy things at
crazy.
Quartzsite have happened.
Oh,
Yes.
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and had you heard the story of the headless camel?
Oh, I got to
You
hear
got the
this.
headless camel, but the guy on the camel, when they dispersed the camel, I guess, I don't know what the story was, unfortunately, about the guy getting stuck on the camel. But he got stuck on the camel out there in the desert where he couldn't get off. But when he died, eventually there was nothing left, of course, but the skeleton on the camel.
Right.
And it's out there for years, and then people every now and then would see the camel riding around, the camel with the skull riding around on it, you know?
Oh,
Here and there,
That's
so
funny.
yeah.
That's funny.
One of the old skeleton stories of the camels, yes.
in Camp,
yeah.
how do I
What is
pronounce
it?
that? Camp Bose? Bouse?
Camp Bouse.
Camp Bouse.
Yeah, that's Camp Bouse area.
It's not too far from here.
No, that's
Is
not
that down where the proving grounds were?
No,
Camp-
that's east of here, correct?
East of here? Okay.
But this Camp Bouse is like if you go out here to the light and you bang a left, you go down just past the campgrounds there.
Mm-hmm.
On the right, you'll see a sign for it.
Oh, okay.
It'll be right there on the right.
10,000 troops at one time during World War II.
Yeah, oh yeah. And this is all the families that pioneered Quartzsite here. You have, let's see, Scott family, Cohen family.
Oh, where's the
Lots
Scott
of
family?
Scott family is right over here and in here. So you got
Oh,
a few on
okay.
the Scott family. And this is all right, Scott family right in here. You one of the
Okay,
lines
and I'll
is-
get that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me go warm up my rocks for you guys. These are under the black light. There we go.
Made from
When you
killer ribs.
When you gentlemen go in, you can actually film those lights and they'll show up when I draw the curtain there. They'll show up what they are. Now at nighttime, this is what they do. They'll go out at nighttime with a blacklight flashlight, and this is how they'll find those.
Oh,
Find them around here. You can also find scorpions as well with that blacklight flashlight.
so what are all these glowing rocks? What am I looking at?
You-
Oh, it tells me right there.
yeah, the mountain name. Just to pick up right on the board there.
Got
You
it.
got white to the green to yes, and all kinds of good stuff.
So if I just go out in the desert with a black light, I'll see this
Flashlight,
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the day, now I want you to, when you're done, let me know, and I'll turn off that one switch and turn on the other one for like daytime,
Okay.
and you'll see what I mean. You would when you're out there in the desert, you'd never even know it, would you?
Right. No, I wouldn't.
You're just looking at rocks.
Oh, that's really cool.
So isn't that cool?
Yeah. That was great.
Definitely like night and day for sure. But you know who I love showing those to the most is the kids.
The kids, I'm sure the kids love
There's
it.
not a lot to show the kids in the museum, but when you show them that, their eyes light up.
Glowing rocks.
Oh.
Woman kills mate, lonely mine 12 miles north of Quartzsite, scene of grim tragedy. Mrs. Richard Darling shoots spouse as he sleeps, ends own life. Man hired as a caretaker puts out fire. Wow.
I'm sure there's a lot you don't hear about.
Well,
Here's another Scott photo.
Too bad for him.
Yeah.
Did we missed a whole room though? Didn't we? The front room? We didn't go.
Oh, we got all kinds of stuff to go to. This is the gift room as well as museum stuff. Let me show you something over here. You'll find this really interesting. We have these rocks numbered, and we also have advertisement for the Cal River Indian tribes for their museum too and whatnot. I also have in here a whole bunch of old rocks. Now this one here, okay, was used. You can put this in the palm of your hand. We have them numbered. It was used for skinning the inside of the animal.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Was it like Native American?
Yeah.
Or
Or it could be native for sure. You utilize it, like you can utilize everything you can in the desert for tools, for rocks, to whatever.
And that's obviously an authentic old oil lamp.
This old oil lamp there. Number 2, D-light.
And this is a cart from a mine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nice old cart there. And I got dry washer. This is an old dry washer here. Yeah, and then they got the old shovels and picks. And
I just did a video on Miners Depot.
You did? Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and this is the 50s bars, which your 50s bars and stuff, of course, would look like back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Whatnot. Oh. Got an old wooden
I was
sign.
almost born in the 50s. I was born very early 1960.
I hear you. You were in my era.
February
1960
1960.
exactly, but mine was August.
Well, I'm older than you then.
You're before me.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, what's next?
Let's go head on this way, guys. Okay. Now, I wanted to show you the wall within a wall right here.
Oh yeah, the wall within the wall that you were
this
talking
is
about.
The folks that restored in the 1970s, this is also what they did. And they did a beautiful job of doing the wall to protect this nice, beautiful museum. This here, okay, these would have been built back in the day so the guys on their horses can come through here charging you. Element of surprise. They thought of everything back in those days, You kind of had to. You were still living in the Wild West for sure. And people like popping up and surprising people. Original fireplace over here and 1776 map. Okay, that's all New Spain. King Philip had most of Texas back then. A lot of changes, of course. A lot of changes over the years. And this nice old fireplace. The wooden spinner there. We have a lady named Mary. She comes by and does demonstrations once in a while.
Oh, so it actually works?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She picks her cotton up right out of the field. I think over in Parker, just off the side of the road, gets a brown paper bag and puts her
There's
cotton
cotton
right in.
growing by the side of the road in Parker?
It's just blowing around.
Is that a saddle belt or something?
You can pick it up.
Casey?
Yeah. These are the guns holsters over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gun belt.
Yeah.
And what's this? This coffee grinder?
That's an old coffee grinder. Yeah. You'd see those in a lot of the old country stores on the counter, and that penny candy on the other side of the counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll see a lady's old feathered hat. Isn't that really cool?
Oh, it's actually bird feathers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got all kinds of beautiful. Yeah, they were really proud of their hats back in the day for sure. Oh. Some days I can be all thumbs. Here we go. Okay. This is Bill Keisner, Mr. Bill Keisner. He was an artist. This is one of his colored paintings. This is up in an old Model T. Somebody out there missing the windshield.
Oh, yeah. That's a Model T windshield he painted on?
He artist.
How interesting.
But yeah, and I've got.
Can I guess, is this a doctor's satchel?
That was a doctor's bag from England, yeah. They have an old ice cream maker down there. Buck and Hazel up here, his wife. And they got Buck Connors, goes in the movie industry and whatnot, and that's all on him up there. Which
George Buck
it
Connors.
has a lot of things of what he had done, so you definitely want to get that. Good stuff there. That man did a lot of things, that's for sure. And this right here was made out of acateel, ribs in the top, okay, Serrero cactus in the bottom, all right. And when I left it, this is where they would baptize you.
Oh, wow.
Just like that.
Beautiful.
And I believe that church right up in here, that came out of that church right there.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, yep. And this is Buck and Hazel's son, George W. Connor. He was born in 1928 and passed at 1932, so he only lived to be like 11 years old or so. But always had his own horse. He always had his own horse for him. Yeah.
And what do we have in
This
here?
over here as well. This is an original room. This was the post office. If you look way into the right, you'll still see the P.O. boxes.
Oh, I see him.
Grocery store / classroom where they would teach the kids.
Oh, and I see the school desk. Yeah.
The school desk,
And a-
wells and everything there.
And a
See
map.
where the bottles are over in the window there.
Oh, yeah.
It goes up there too. If you want to capture this here, this is what the teachers had to go through in the 1800s.
Rules for teachers.
Yeah. Went through quite a bit there. And this is our jail. This here is, are you familiar with Solar Bills?
Yeah, this is right behind
Yeah.
Solar Bills.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah,
Sure.
go right behind Solar Bills, and they don't mind showing it.
Yeah, the owner of Solar Bills, I forget his name, he invited me to come do a video, so I got to do that soon.
Oh, okay, cool. Definitely. Now, Mr. Bill Keisner, okay, would run away. This is him here with his sons.
Okay.
He would run away from home from Pennsylvania at the age of 14, okay? Come out here, 12 miles south of here, which is the Kofa mine, King of Kofa mine, right? Worked the gold mine, was an artist, sat there and drew this, mind you, out of charcoal. I got his date and his signature and everything here in the corner, okay? Would do, you know, I'm sure he did a lot of hard work out there. It is artwork, of course, when you look at it, it almost comes to life, you know, it's really beautiful. Definitely was an awesome artist.
Yeah, it's really
Hats
nice.
off to him. Yeah.
And it just, there's something about being here and seeing the original
Uh-huh.
wall and
Oh, yeah.
being able to touch it.
Yeah.
It's really
If
something.
you look at the, over here, you can see still some inscriptions where people have written their names.
Yeah,
to
I can
whatever.
see an M here.
Yeah, oh yeah, this writing throughout the walls, different places for sure. Yeah, got a lot of history to it.
Wow. Well, that is going to make a really great video. I would really appreciate it. What
Do
are
you
your...
want to see the outside where we decorate
Oh, sure,
Walter Barrett?
sure,
First, let's
absolutely.
take a picture of Walter Barrett, so then when we go out, I can show you. This right here is Mr. Walter Barrett, okay?
Okay.
Now, Walter Barrett.
Wait, I got a little glare going there. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can get him
Get it
without...
really good, yeah. And I can slide that up a little bit too.
Okay, I think that's got him. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Walter Barrett. Him and his wife would move down here from Ferndale, Washington in 1968. Okay, he'd become a rock hounder like a lot of guys do, you know. So from there, he got liking it so much that he turned it into an 8-year project of building all these rock stone houses out here.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
see that when I
Yeah.
came in.
He even
Look
did.
at
He even
this
did us
stuff.
right here as the station, which is Tyson Well Station. But I got decorated up this year for Christmas coming up.
I bet the kids love this.
Yeah, this is us here, and you can probably get shots right out here in the front here of the station. Now, it was said also that one of the little buildings over here, okay,
Mhm.
is where High Jolly. One of them was where High Jolly and his camels actually stayed. But see, when you look at the chimney, you have to spin the building this one around. See where my trailer is back there? That's pretty much the area where the buildings would have been. High Jolly and the camels would have been staying.
Well, let's get the rest of these. This is really cool. It's very...
Beautiful lighthouse right here. We have everything decorated right now because the wife is having a contest think open house on the 28th of this month.
So, will it be in the evening that the open house, so they can see the lights, or?
I believe so. I think she's going to do it like around 6 o'clock. But we'll go in and ask her in the office there.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause
Nobody's
kids would love it.
Nobody's touched Walter Bird's farmhouse. This is the one place I'm surprised nobody grabbed it. You know, the decoration. I'll have to throw some lights on it myself. Lady
Barrett's
grabbed this
home.
one
Somebody
here.
did a good job on that one.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And then this one too. The
We
English
got
castle.
here. Yeah. Castle. Right.
So no one did this one.
Hmm?
Sister's home.
No, this one's empty. This one was empty the other day, and then I got Terry doing this one. This has got like all blue lights on it at nighttime. So then we got the lake cabin here, Walter Barrett did, which is really cool. You can see inside that, where it's got stairs and everything in there. It's a pretty neat little home.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Little stairs. That's great.
Papa worked into that, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's for sure. You see our wagon out here? You may want to take a clips of this.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
we can go into the Makita mine too, if you want to see the
Sure,
Makita mine.
yeah.
Good stuff in there. This is just that's just an old wagon there. You know, it's a longer wagon, so that was a lot of different lumber.
And this is the assayer's office. Is that?
Yeah, assayer's office. It came out of the Makita mine.
And when you want a gold claim, is this where you come? Is that what?
This is where you come, the way up the gold, yep, and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see over here, you can get good pictures of all the different tools and everything.
Oh yeah.
Crucibles in there in the corner, to you name it. Yeah. There's an old map over there, the blue one. But, lots of interesting stuff.
Very nice.
Old stove. And this over here, of course, this is a forge for the blacksmithing.
Oh,
We're going to do
okay.
demonstration on blacksmithing and stuff, so we'll be using that. There'll be gold panning demonstrations, I'm sure, as well. Different other things. See that old metal sign there?
Yeah.
Imagine being on your horse back in the day. Hey, 24 miles to Dome Rock.
And it wouldn't take.
Huh?
It'd take a long time to get there back in that
Oh,
day.
yeah. Yeah. You might be traveling a few moons. Who knows? This is true. Hey, you want to see my the outhouse?
I got to see the half moon there.
The outhouse. Check this one out. This is so you can sit there and talk to your buddies.
Oh,
Yeah, your loved ones. You just sit together.
that's funny.
No privacy in there. Yeah, see the privacy. That's true.
Well, I'm about to run out of battery.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. What are the days and hours? It's Wednesday through
This
Sunday?
is Wednesday. Yeah, it'll be. We're open at 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And Wednesday through Sunday. Mondays and Tuesdays are my days off, so that's usually when I catch up on what I need to catch up on.
Right. And
But
for
I-
special events, we can go to the Facebook page your
Yes.
wife does.
Yes,
And
you sure
she'll.
can, guys.
Okay, we'll definitely do that. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. You guys have an awesome day.
Thank you.